Hello, my name is Happiness Danilese. I'm a growth coach and a leadership and management consultant. I'm excited to be on this platform, Tribe with Olive, and I want to say thank you to Coach Olive for having me. I also want to commend the great work you're doing, touching lives everywhere. Today we're going to be talking about goals. It's the beginning of the year. It's that time of year where everybody is energized. Everybody is doing everything to ensure that 2024 counts. And so everybody's setting goals and trying to see how they can ensure that this year they're able to do something bigger, better, and different. But do you know that statistics have shown that only 8 to 10% of people who set goals, and businesses as well, achieve their goals? So that means with all the buzz and the energy we see at this time of the year, at the end of the year, it's only 8 to 10% that are able to achieve their goals. Now, what we want to achieve with this session is I want to make sure that you are part of that 8 to 10%. It's either you're part of it or we increase that percentage at the end of 2024. And so today we're going to be looking at goals, but from a distinct perspective. We're going to be looking at goals from the perspective of dealing with the things or the barriers that can limit you from achieving your goals, and also giving you some tips that can help you achieve your goals by the end of this year. Now, let's start with the basics. What are goals? Goals are a desired outcome or something you aim to accomplish or achieve. It's something, a specific thing you are saying, you know what, I want to be able to do over a particular period of time. Now, why are goals important? Why do we need to set goals? One of the things that a goal will do for you, or setting goals will do for you, is that it gives you focus. So like, for example, we started a new year, you're able to identify where I want to channel my energy. What are the things where I want to put in effort in the year or over a period of time, to be able to say this is what I've been able to accomplish or do. The next thing that a goal can do for you is that it helps you measure progress. It helps you understand how far you're going, how well you're doing. If there is no benchmark, if there is nowhere we can say, you know what, this is how we know that we're doing a good job, then we will just think that we are doing well and we are doing fine, and just because there's nothing to assess how far or how well we are doing with. So when you're able to set a goal, it kind of gives you something to measure, to be able to say, you know what, I made some significant progress, or I did not make any progress over a particular period of time. Now, let's look at what are the things that limit us from being able to achieve our goals. I'll start with one that is very critical, which is our environment. Now, environment are people, places, events, books you read, movies you watch, anywhere you find yourself that has the ability to influence you as a person. Now, your environment influence your mind, they influence your values, they influence your actions, and in turn they influence your outcome. So when you're setting a goal, something you want to do, you want to be sure that the environment you find yourself in trying to accomplish that goal is conducive for you to be able to achieve that goal. So I'll give a typical example. If you set a goal that you want to write a certification in 2024, and it requires that you have to read more, and probably you have a 9-to-5 job that you go and come back in the evenings, and then you live in a house where there are gadgets, there's DSTV always on, you even have friends who don't have any value for learning or improving on themselves, so they make noise, they play music, they gist, they laugh loud. You know what's going to happen? You have set a goal, or you have found yourself in an environment that will discourage or affect your ability to achieve that goal. So it's important that you pay attention to your environment to ensure that environment is conducive and is supporting what you want to accomplish in your goal. Now, the next thing is motivation. Goals are not easy. It's a new thing you want to do, or something different, or something that will make a demand on your time, your resources, your energy. And so it's important that you find a reason why you want to achieve that goal. Why must I achieve this goal? What makes it important? What is the joy, the satisfaction of what I'm going to derive from achieving that goal? And you must always put it before you, so that when you meet challenges, obstacles, or reasons why you should not continue with that goal, all you need to do is bring that motivation before you, and you're able to achieve your goal. So when people don't define their motivation or why, it's always easy to walk away and compromise from wanting to achieve a goal. And then the third thing is time management, or what I would love to call priority management. You have only 24 hours in a day, and so your goals are not just going to automatically fit into your life. You have to look into your schedule, look at what you've been doing, and decide what you need to take away, what you need to delegate, what you need to minimize to be able to accommodate the time that is required to achieve that goal. So a lot of times people don't take note of the fact that, to achieve this goal, I will have to look into my schedule to ensure that it supports me to achieve my goal. And so here people say things like, there was no time, I wanted to, but there was no time for me to be able to achieve my goal. So it's important that, you take note of that. So I'll start with these three. A lot more that you need to know to be able to achieve your goal, or that can limit your ability to achieve your goal. But because of time, I will stay with these three. Now, what are some tips or some, principles you must understand if you're going to be effective in achieving your goal now in 2024. The first thing is that your goal must be articulated, it must be written down. But not only that it is written down, it must be visible. So you know what we do? We write those goals down in a book, we close that book, we keep it somewhere in the shelf on the table, and we only open that book 3 to 6 months after. And you know what that means? We have not achieved our goals. And so you must make them visible where you can see them to always remind you that you need to achieve those goals. And one tool that is very